Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. My name is Muhammad Adi bin Muhammad Saad, an officer from the Office of Chief Minister of Kelantan. I would like to ask Doctor a question. Okay, recently, Indian government has deleted Article 370 from its constitution due to the misconceptions upon our uh, Kashmir, towards the state of Kashmir, resulting Kashmir has no more autonomy power to regulate its affairs. Some say that it will become the next Palestine. I hope that uh, it should be, it should not be happen. So, what is your comments about this particular issue? And then how, as we, as state government and people of Malaysia, and a brother in Islam towards Kashmir people, to react on this particular issue? Thank you very much, Doctor.
As far as the decision taken by Indian government recently, by the BJP government, especially Narendra Modi, is to repeal or cancel constitutional. It's unconstitutional because you know that Kashmir was independent land. When the partition took place between India and Pakistan, Kashmir became a part with having clauses. It's independent and no one can buy any property there, no one can become a citizen. All these clauses were there, which slowly, many of the clauses were not followed. Now the main clause of 370, they want to repeal it and they want to make it into a union territory, which is unconstitutional. But there is a law in the government that if you have 2/3 majority in the upper house and the lower house, if you have majority in the Rajya Sabha and the Lok Sabha, you can change the constitution. That's the reason they are changing now, which have many repercussions. What should be done? I believe that the Muslims all over the world should object to it and put as much as pressure as possible to undo this. And as you said rightly, that they are doing something what similar happened in Palestine. And Palestine, we know, it belonged to the Muslims, to the Palestinians. During the war, they gave the Jews just shelter. They gave them shelter and they took away the full house. And now when the Palestinians are crying that give back a house, you're calling Palestinians the terrorist. Same thing is happening in Kashmir. And you know, they're trying to do a survey which model works. And if they think that the Palestinian model worked, but at least for the Palestinian cause, alhamdulillah, to a great extent, the Muslims were united. Not that we could protect it completely, but alhamdulillah, to a great extent, we were united. But in other issues, we are not. I don't know how far will the Muslim countries react to this, but logically speaking, Islamically speaking, all the Muslim countries should unite and try and protect the rights of the Kashmiris. The ruling party in India and the Prime Minister of India, Narendra Modi, what do? From the Indian Constitution, they delete Act number 370. Most of you may not be knowing about Act number 370. When the Britishers left, they divided India into 3 parts. West Pakistan, East Pakistan, which later on became Bangladesh and India. Why? Because they wanted to divide the Muslim into 3. So 1/3 went to Pakistan approximately, 1/3 went to Bangladesh, 1/3 stayed in India. And later on they divided East and West Pakistan, 3 different countries, let the Muslim side. Kashmir opted, okay, we don't mind joining India under the condition that we are independent. So in the Indian Constitution, Article 370 says that Kashmir is independent. It will have its own constitution. It will have its own laws. It will have its own government. They may be in the umbrella of India, but they are independent. No non-Kashmiri can come and buy land in Kashmir. All this is mentioned. 70 years later, the BJP government, which is anti-Islamic government, what do? They want to scrap this. And only way they can do is by getting majority in the lower house and upper house, Rajya Sabha and Lok Sabha. and recent election, they got the majority in both the houses, and they scrapped this. It is unconstitutional. And they made it into a union territory. There are some Muslim countries objecting, but we aren't united. And Robert Fisk wrote an article on 28th of February 2019, a few months before. He said that when I heard the news that terrorist camps are being attacked, terrorists are being killed, and the main center is being destroyed, I thought this is news of Israel bombing Palestine, maybe Gaza Strip, maybe Syria. Then he hears Balakot in Pakistan. India, in February, attacked Pakistan and claimed that it destroyed terrorist camps. Robert Fisk said they may have hit rocks and stones, but to show the people. And the Prime Minister of India says there were clouds, so you could not see properly, but I ordered the Air Force, even if the clouds go and attack. Today, the radars, the clouds cannot stop the radar. So our Prime Minister is so scientifically educated that he thinks that the clouds can stop the radar. In which age are we living? Robert Fisk says that India is against Pakistan being trained by Israel. Who's saying this? Robert Fisk, UK. And that came in the independent newspaper in UK. I'm not saying that. And he says future there's going to be divide. That means now they are learning how Palestine was destroyed and overtaken by Israel. Now they want to do it to Kashmir. What is the Muslim Ummah doing? Nothing.